Alright. Here we go. Let's keep going. Welcome back, everyone. Just finished killing... Well, not killing. Solving the curse, I should say. Now we're heading out of here. And I'm very excited because this time we're going to Ozamor. But before that, let's go and talk to the elves. If we can we? Maybe we can't. Oh well, let's go to camp first.
I lied to you, you know,
Nope.
about why I left Orlais.
Why?
I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
What for?
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
How did she betray you?
You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
Important documents?
It turns out that they were. My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
Well, sounds like an assassin though. Playing both sides. Isn't that what bards do?
Some. But I had always assumed Marjolaine only operated within Orlais. This was an unhappy surprise for me. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has... It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
What do you mean?
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
Who's they?
The Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
Oof. How'd you get out?
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
And so you came to Ferelden to Lotharing, I'm guessing.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
Thank you for trusting me with this.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
No worries, Liliana. Ooh, how are you?
On your order, Grey Warden.
You need anything?
The Jarl was generous, but rushed. Certain areas could see improvement. We're a mercenary force, Warden. Much of our equipment is self-financed. Were you to commit additional funds, we'd upgrade as we saw the need.
It shall be done.
Coins. How much coin do I have? 40 gold. I can do something. Whew. Gonna give you 10.
Very generous, Warden. If you need staff after the battle, keep us in mind.
Yes. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on.
And I really need
I am
to.
hardly surprised. Very well. As you wish.
I need to make him talk to me more.
Something on your mind? Of course.
Where have you remained Templar if you hit the Chantry?
Have you seen the uniform? It's not only stylish, but well made. I'm a sucker for good tailoring. That's just in public. In private, we have these yellow and purple tunics, right? Much more comfortable, and you don't break the beds when you jump on them during a pillow fight.
What's the real reason?
You don't really want to know about my being a Templar, do you? It's really quite boring.
Make up something more exciting.
You know, I like the way you think. You're all right. If you're really curious, then I'll tell you. The truth of the matter is that I did hate going to the monastery. The initiates from poor families thought I put on airs, while the noble ones called me a bastard and ignored me. I felt like Al-Eamon had cast me off, unwanted, and I was determined to be bitter. But I took some solace in the training itself, I guess. I was actually quite good at it.
What do you enjoy about the training?
The education, mostly, but also the discipline. You need to have a disciplined mind in order to use the abilities we have. It was difficult, but rewarding. I never really felt at home anywhere, though, until I joined the Grey Wardens. And Duncan felt my Templar abilities might be useful for when we encountered Darkspawn magic, so I kept it up. What about you? Do you have anywhere you consider home?
Not anymore.
We won't always be traveling like this, you know. Once the war is over, once the Blight is... well, a time will come when we'll have to think about having a real home again. Though that seems like a far ways off. And I suppose the Grey Wardens are gone for good. Either way.
They can be rebuilt.
I suppose you're right. We can create new Grey Wardens, but we'll never get back those we lost.
Oh, that's how it goes.
I wonder if it would ever feel the same. Anyhow, now I've sidetracked us. We'd better get back to what we're supposed to be doing right now.
How's it run?
Here I am. I'm still thinking about it. I don't yet want the crows to actively hunt me, you see. Maybe later.
Okay. Fair.
Here I am.
Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
Tell me a little bit about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Don't you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I'm from Ozamar.
Ah, yes. The city of lava and stone. It too is beautiful, in its way. Sad that it will never see sunlight or smell the salt of the ocean, however. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
This I have to hear.
I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district. in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home more than anything else.
Sounds very realistic, actually, in a way. Yeah. You sound like you've been away from home forever.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in a store window. Finest Antivan leather. Perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Your home is still there, Zevran.
True, and it's a comforting thought. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a handsome Grey Warden? A man who then spares my life? I could not.
True. Oh well. You need to make the most of where you are.
Quite right you are. I see the Grey Wardens do not recruit fools. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about your place?
I miss Valroyo. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Valroyo was her own person.
I think I've
And her
told you.
there was,
Most
and
of us.
always floating above that all. Oh, of course they are. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais. Dresses, fine dresses and furs. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But when I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate... I had my eye on it. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them. They're sturdy shoes. Oh, I could...
Okay.
Is there something you need?
I'd like to ask you something about the circle.
I will answer to the best of my ability.
How did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the Circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
What about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Serves you right.
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn, with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread.
Wow.
The Templars arrived several mornings later.
What happened when you arrived at the tower?
I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
I like this story.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the Circle.
I don't think I've ever asked you about your life. What was life in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
Makes sense. At least you learned the dangers of magic from the circle.
Without the circle and my mentors, I would not have been where I am today. And there was joy in life at the circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. In spite of everything, I was happy in the tower, and I loved it.
There's nothing else I want. No. Okay. Cool. Let's go talk to Shale.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I've decided that it is not much like any of them.
Thank you. But I'm not a human, though.
Oh, it's not just that. Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but it's not only that. Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes?
Yeah.
Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
I am a prince. I am a member of House Dukan, in fact.
Then that must be it. My experience with dwarves is limited, but obviously I need to encounter more of them. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
Again, I'm not a human, I'm a dwarf. And wouldn't want that.
Indeed. Can it imagine the horror? Oh. Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
I love Shell so much.
It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do. Oh, yes. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Once I was a statue, it took... Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it hag? And before that, I have no idea. I do not age as you soft creatures do. Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room, so the mage had me shrunk down with a chisel. And I'm good. I was just about done talking about it.
Enchantment?
Yes.
Enchantment!
Okay. Actually, I should sell some shit. Also, I should give Stan the weapon now, maybe? Has he leveled up at all? Let's level him up. Here. Go. Can have some heavy armor, I guess. Is that better? Oh, definitely. There you go. Nah, those are the same. Nah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's see. Lilian. We need more dexterity, okay. Well, let's level you up as well. Oh, it was strength. Never mind. Well, I can give you this. There you go. There you go. Alright, not bad. So you take that. It's okay. No, it's fine. I think that's okay. Let's see. We can give them some gifts, maybe. If I can remember what they like. Let me save actually first. I think he likes like golden bars and stuff. Let me give you the early shit.
Why, thank you so much.
No, I guess you didn't like that. Okay, let's reload that. Let me check. Okay. I don't think I have anything that she likes. Oh, Justice Grace.
Flowers? Thank you. Very pretty.
These are your mother's flowers, aren't they?
These were her favorite. I haven't seen these in such a long time. They smell just like Mother used to. Thank you. Thank you so much for remembering.
Cool. I can give you one more of them. Had two.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think she's pretty good now. It's fine. Let's see next person. Alistair likes the statues. Okay.
I could get used to this, you know.
Do you have any other one? Don't think so. No. No, I don't. Then. Okay. painted sky ball. Who likes that shit? Weird. Okay, let's go to you. You want the rose.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
And you also like the scroll, right?
Oh, marvelous.
Yes. Cool. Okay. The run likes boots, dailies, gloves, medium gold bars. Okay. Cool. Okay. You have
Gloves? You're giving me gloves? What for?
They smell like leather, right? I thought you might like them.
I did not mean to sound ungrateful. It is just... Wait, these are Dalish, are they not? My mother was Dalish, and had a pair very similar to these. The leather was less thick, and it had more embroidery, but these are very close, and quite handsome.
You're welcome.
Do I seem surprised? Perhaps I am. Still, I appreciate the fact that you even thought of me. No one has simply given me a gift before. Thank you.
No worries. I think I can give you one more thing, right? Not sure what it was though. Double check again. My memory is shit. Yeah, I think that's it. Don't have anything else. Cool. Okay. Let's try talking to them again.
Something on your mind?
No? Okay.
Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
I've a question, if I may.
Go ahead.
Well, here's the thing. I swore an oath to serve you, yes? And I understand the quest you're on, and this is all very fine and well. My question pertains to what you intend to do with me once this business is over with, as a point of curiosity.
Why would I do anything with you? Well, you could go if you wanted.
Could I? And what if I didn't wish to leave?
Could always use a friend.
Indeed. I might even be glad to call myself such, come to think of it. It is good to know what my options might be, but that is for another time. For now, we have much to do, yes?
Maybe you can be a Grey Warden or something.
What say you? I suppose the crows are already furious, yes?
Yeah.
What harm is another tweak to their nose?
Yes.
If you wish to be trained in the basics of an assassin, I can certainly show you. Or anyone else who is also a rogue. It shall be fun. I will make it fun. I promise.
Yes, please. There we go. Hell yeah.
What say you?
I'm an assassin now.
By all means.
What are your opinions of the Dalish?
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
Oof. Was the woodcutter your father?
How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall. None of the other elven boys in the whorehouse knew their fathers. I was not so unusual. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
Awkward. So sorry. Zevran.
That's very kind of you to say, but it is not necessary. It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all.
You can say that again.
My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
It's okay, that's why I gave you the gift. But how do you feel about the Dalish in general?
I don't feel anything about them. Oh, we heard about them in the city, even deep in Antiva. I even had the notion once to run off and join them. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
What's on your mind?
Are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
Good.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones.
Okay, it's time. It's time we go to Ozamar.
Yes?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
Can probe me anytime.
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
But you kept going back.
Would you not do the same? Your world is an unforgiving and cold place. The wilds I hailed from is home to me, and I a natural denizen. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Can imagine. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
You mean like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Ah, you're fine, Oregon. Well, I'm glad that it worked out this way, at least.
Yes? Let's ignore the entire Darkspawn threat and the presence of a simpleton as your only other Grey Warden ally, then. Not that I lack appreciation for the intent of your comment. Thank you. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Okay, now that we've talked to them a lot, I think it's time. Let's get out.
I'll be done.
Let's take you.
Yes.
Indeed. Blood and
Indeed.
damnation.
Let's go. I'm gonna go to Denerim at the lastly. Oh, of course there's an ambush. Ah, it's a merchant.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, old Tegrin can get you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
What's going on in Orzammar?
There's two things I'm here for. Travel or trade. Understand?
Okay. Sure. Let's get all the gifts. Anything else I want to sell? I want to sell the gems and shit. Nice. Cool. Okay. Good enough. Thank you, my man.
It has begun.
Off we go. Something's going on in Orzammar. Let's find out. It's time to meet my brother again. But I'm much stronger now. Save it.
Enemies approaching.
Guess Logan ran out of ideas.
How we gonna
Holy shit. And the mages can like one-shot you if you're not careful. They can't destroy you.
Shall be done.
Shit.
Are we descending into the underground? The thought of so much rock over one's head is disquieting.
Yeah.
I have contracts. They can't shut us out like this.
If there's civil war, what will happen to us?
Civil war, you say, huh?
Has begun.
This is madness. They can't just shut down the city.
Well, they need us. The gate stays closed, that city starves.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armor and weaponry this side of Val Royale.
Okay. Let me have a look.
Oh, of course. And remember, everything's covered, Bob.
Sure. Do you have any gifts? Have a portrait of the Gushkiro. I can give that to Stan. It's also a gift. Cool. Don't think I want anything else.
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said that the Darkspawn attacked it the very next day.
The Darkspawn took Lothering, did they?
I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop them.
Well, it won't be much longer until those monsters get here. There doesn't seem to be anyone fighting them now.
Yeah, there is us.
Bloody dwarves will argue themselves into poverty if they aren't careful.
The Swamp Witch has a great deal in common with my former master.
The Swamp Witch? How original.
The Swamp Witch has the same arrogance, the same air of cruelty. I would hate for it to have possession of my control rod, if it still worked, of course.
Let me tell you what you can do with your control rod, Gollum.
Is it telling me that if the rod did work, that it wouldn't want control over me?
I wouldn't go so far as that. I could, for instance, command you to go and jump in a lake. A very deep lake.
It fools no one. The Swamp Witch would control everything if it could. It would have us all dancing on its strings.
Oh, you know me too well, Gollum. Your revealing gaze has laid me bare.
I will be watching the Swamp Witch. It must not be trusted.
Now you're beginning to sound just like Alistair.
True.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
Did you lose your caste when you left Orzammar?
It's not your business. But like my father, I was born on the surface. We never had a caste to leave. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you.
Okay. Let's head in.
I demand an audience with you and Saul of Ferelden.
Save it.
King Loghain will not...
Vieta! This land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I was born in Orzammar, let me pass.
Any dwarf who chooses to walk topside chooses to be excluded. Wait, look at me. You're the exile. This begins with you. Sorrow finished what your kinslaying started. Your father is dead.
Kinslayer? Oh, you're not getting in.
Think again, bro. Because I'm a Grey Warden. How did my father die?
Losing two sons, one to murder and one to exile. Who can blame him for seeking peace among the ancestors?
The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I am a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Georgiamar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Kaelin and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
What? He's a traitor and a kinslayer. You said it yourself. In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
Sure. Get in line.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Ooh. This is gonna be interesting.
A Trost Vala, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. You left chaos to fester in your house, but we must respect your new role. Fair journeys, Warden.
Imagine if all of those were golems.
For an old man.
Bread? Please, sir. Just a bit of bread.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you were
As you say.
all Orzammar will know your name. Mother, I don't want
Oh god, I wonder if there's like...
So tell me, was the Tower of Magi everything you thought it would be?
Abominations running rampant? Templars ready to slaughter every mage in sight? Yes, it rather met all my expectations.
You don't think you might have been better off getting your training there, instead of whatever your mother taught you?
You're right. My mother didn't nearly have as many abominations running about. That certainly would have improved my education.
I'll give you that one.
I'm so relieved.
I shall do it.
Wonder if any of the girls that I slept with before the mission at the start is pregnant now or something. They're fucked because I disgraced my family, so it's gonna be fun. Boy. Here we go. Home sweet home.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Balin.
I won't have fighting in the Common, especially in front of outsiders. I find that soddy fool, I'll have him in the Legion. Exile, you were not to show your face here again. I have enough crime to deal with. I shouldn't have to dump you back in the deep roads.
Don't worry, I'm a Grey Warden. Have a new house, the Grey Wardens.
That's right. You found pity topside. The Wardens should have better sense when choosing allies.
It's the fuck up.
Surfacers and their cloud-addled heads. Fine, oh illustrious Grey Warden. What do you want?
Where's Balin? I haven't finished business with him.
I'll wager you do. But with your history, you won't get near him. Make your appeals to Vartag Gavorn, Balin's voice in the Assembly. Sorry, Warden, but the ancestors know your place.
The blade is coming and I need Orzamar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
How can the city function like this?
Blame yourself for that. The deaths in your house brought us here. And still the tavern is open, and the market is busy. Orzammar has suffered worse. The ancestors will see us through. Yes, you should.
Who are... By the ancestors! You were exiled into the deep roads. How can you be standing here?
Hi. Narav Helmi, is that you?
I should hope so. I'd be quite hurt if you didn't recognize me. After all, under different circumstances, we might have been married. But you were supposed to be dead. How is it you live?
The Grey Wardens rescued me.
Then I hope your return is a good omen. Since your father died, many have begun to wonder if it was Balin's hand behind Trian's death, not yours. Even your father believed that. It's why he appointed Lord Harrowmont as his heir. But enough Deshers support Balin to keep the Assembly in a deadlock. You can see how bad things have gotten.
How many still support Balin?
Exactly half the Assembly. But as you know, that means his numbers are dropping.
Where's Balin now?
He still lives in the King's quarters, pretending your father never repudiated him. He seems to think if he's close to the throne long enough, we'll forget he has no right to claim it.
Does Harmon believe Balin killed my brother?
He wouldn't dare say so, but the common folk do. Not enough of them, I say. Exactly half the Assembly still supports Balin, and their loyalty runs deep.
Who has the authority to defend against the Blight?
A blight? Now? But our warriors are killing each other in the streets. Who will lead the battle? How will we survive?
We have to settle the differences in here.
Then may the ancestors guide your efforts. If you seek Lord Harrowmont's support, talk to Dulin Ferender. You'll find him in Harrowmont's estate. Tell him who you are, and I'm sure he can get you an audience. I should return home until the streets become safe again.
Bye. Let's look around some.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter. No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Cool.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Hi.
Oh, I actually was talking to your companions, or are you from the surface too?
Yes, you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Why is a dwarf interested in the Circle?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
But dwarves can't do magic.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
I can bring the Circle the request.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
All right. Hi.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Nothing coherent.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know.
Oh.
Maybe it was a bad thing. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood.
Ooh.
Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging. Then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Well, this wasn't red lyrium. Aren't dwarves immune to lyrium effects?
Aye, of course we are. You should know that. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
It's probably red lyrium. Let me see your wares.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
He's definitely insane. Holy shit. 148 gold? The fuck? Jesus. Just getting the gifts, man. Bye. Oh, there's a nug. Found one.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides...
Thanks. Let's save it.
Be done.
Hi.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail? At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
Is your daughter named Dagna?
Has she been bothering you? It's a whiff of surface stink, and she's like a cave tick. Won't let go.
No, she hasn't been a bother.
Oh, good. Well, let me know if she does trouble you any.
She wants to... Well, I'd like to help her study with the mages.
Ah, that
Oops.
girl. I've been
Wrong
telling
button.
her for years to give up those foolish notions. Magic's a human trick. If Dagna wants enchantment, I can apprentice her to a lyrium crafter. I'm sorry she bothered you.
She's very smart, shouldn't you? Well, I'd like to help her.
Do you even know what that means? If Dagna goes to the surface, she forfeits her caste. She'll never be able to marry or work in Orzammar again. Dwarves don't do magic. Dagna knows that. It's just a childhood fantasy that dies hard. Please, you see her. Please, don't encourage Dagna further. Tell her you were wrong and that her place is with her family. Of course.
Okay, he doesn't have anything.
You're back? But it takes 2 weeks and 4 days minimum to make the journey to the Circle Tower.
Why do I get the feeling charting routes to the Circle Tower is one of her favorite hobbies?
I'm guessing you haven't left yet.
Your father doesn't want you going to the circle.
You talked to him? Of course he won't let me go. He wants to sell me off for the highest dowry. I don't care if I lose my caste. I'll stay on the surface forever.
Alright.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. I guess we'll go do that now so that we don't have to go outside again. Oh no.
So what's the deal with you and him anyway? Dare I ask?
Pity for
Him?
a poor old
Him
man.
who? Is this supposed to mean something to me?
You know exactly who I'm talking about, Mr. Let's Make Kissy Faces over there.
My. You are jealous, aren't you? Did I take your favorite Grey Warden away from you?
What? I'm not jealous. I'm horrified.
Those blushing cheeks of yours tell a different tale.
These blushing cheeks are terrified that you'll suck all the blood out of them once you're finished with him.
If I feel the need to suck on anything of yours, Alistair, you'll be the first to know.
Oh my.
That was so not what I meant.
Perhaps we should go and tell him together about your touching concerns. Perhaps he'll pay more attention to you if you ask nicely.
Uh-huh. I think we're done here.
Done before you started, in fact.
Oh, God. That was funny.
Did you hear? Androste's ashes have been found here in Ferelden.
Oh!
Mother Vorlin said that's just some hoax.
Mother Vorlin is a half-blind old cow. Everyone knows Andraste came from Ferelden. It makes sense they'd bring her ashes back here.
Cool. Shame, man. Not many games do that, unfortunately, nowadays. They'll talk like about missions you have already like completed. Like the world is changing alongside you because of your choices. It's so cool. I wish I did that more. Circle. Okay, hi.
My men have scouted the tower. It's a mess, but the abominations are...
We crushed their heads. It was fun.
You were very thorough. I'm impressed. I shall...
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery. Orzammar, indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries.
True, but I don't think she minds. She still wants to learn.
Fascinating. I suppose the Circle should be flattered.
She is willing to give up her caste and clan for this.
I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate.
Okay, thank you, First Enchanter.
If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives.
Nah, trust me. I think she'll be very interested in what happened.
This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wish you well.
Okay, let's go back. Okay, Dagna, you're good to go.
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the Circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
He accepted you.
Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the Circle since Ferelden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, My parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition?
Yeah, a little token of gratitude would be nice.
Of course, a reward. I was just bringing some lyrium in from the storeroom. Will that do? I have either a lyrium rune that can be implanted in any weapon, or some of the serum mages use. Which do you want?
I'll take the rune.
Here you go. I hope it's enough to thank you. I'll never forget what you did. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
There we go.
Answer.
Hi.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them.
What were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Do you want me to go look for him?
How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself.
I've been there before. I'm a Grey Warden.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
I will. Cool. Hi.
Sod it all, the exile. Never thought I'd see your face in the Commons. Never thought I'd be glad to either. But this could only help Balin. Whether he forgives you or you scare people, it's another crack in the old way.
You're very eager to support my brother.
He has the legitimate claim, thanks to your failed grab. You abused the old ways, and now he has a chance to change them. I see where the gold is. It flows topside. Balin will guide us to adopt a new way. Of course, he can't come out and say that.
Some say Balin killed my father. Our father.
You among them, I suppose, as though you or Harrowmont would have nothing to gain. How would I know? Nobody here is a paragon. The scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
Let me see what you have in your store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Wow. Thank you. Nice. So many gifts. Oh, there's a nug. Hi.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
Oh, it's Jiraiya. Why are you invoking a human god?
The Maker brought forth this world and every creature in it. He chose a human woman as his prophet and bride, but he loves all races. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Why would we want a human chantry in Orzammar?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
It's tradition is what we are.
Will you allow tradition to keep you from the path of enlightenment?
You think you can show everyone the way? Presumption's fool.
Andraste revealed the truth. The Maker took her up to live at his right hand and... No, never mind. It's clear you strayed too far to be brought back with a single conversation.
Which way do we want to go? I think we want to go up to the noble. the noble district, so we can talk to Haramond, maybe. He can help us. Diamond Quarter, there you go. Save it. Oh, and it's crashed. Hey man. Just came right at the right moment when the game crashed. Let me reopen it. Does like doing that. How are you doing? All good? Okay. Oh god. Oh god. That's not good. It's not a good sign. Let's try this again. Let me lower the graphics maybe. Okay. All right, let's see. You doing okay, Unreliable?
Hello, how can I... It's you! Oh, please tell me what they said. I need to pack. No, I have either Illyrium or...
Ancestor. I can move aside. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. They got separated. How?
Okay. So...
Whether he forgives you or you scare people. Like to buy something, I hope. I'll...
Maker's blessing on you, brother. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their... Will you allow tradition to keep you from the path of enlightenment?
Okay. Let's save it. Let's try this again. Hopefully it will work.
You're the best. You're a trust Vala, my nug-wrangling friend.
Come on, work. Oh, okay. Good, good, good. Oh no, here we go.
The social strata quickly makes itself evident no matter where one goes.
Hi.
I did not expect to see you again. I am afraid you will find Orzammar much changed.
Hey, Marty.
My lord, you're back. They told me you were dead.
It's good to see you again.
I'm flattered you remember, my lord. Perhaps you also remember our night of passion, the evening of your first commission, or the son we created, who now has his birthright stripped from him because you got yourself exiled.
Did you say son?
I've had to care for him myself, nurse him, clothe him.
Oh god.
I can't work. No one wants to lie with a woman who's used up her fertility on some castless brat.
Oh,
How
no.
could you do this to us?
Look, it wasn't my fault, okay? Is there any way I can help?
Yes. Convince your family to take you back. Or at least declare you honorably dead and acknowledge your son. Please, think about what his life will be otherwise.
I'll try. Here's some money.
Thank you. I haven't had a solid meal in a week. Thank you. It's good to see you haven't completely forgotten us.
That was a lot of money. Oh well. Okay. It's gonna be interesting.
News of the hour. Lord Balin promises radical changes that will offend the ancient paragon. Have our traditions no value?
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
I hope you'll support Lord Harrowmont.
I will.
Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors.
So, how is it
our
the
prince
dwarves
has
have a
Orzamar's
king?
deadliest warriors behind
They
him?
voted on everything, or something like that.
I think that's where Harrowmont is, so that's where we're going. Hi.
I heard you had returned to his exile. What insult do you mean by coming here?
Oh god. No. Wrong place. Only to tell Balin that the next time we meet he dies.
I won't be passing that message on, Exile. Your brother will be king soon. He's the one who decides who lives and who dies.
We'll see. Oh.
Lord Harrowmont sends his greetings, Exile. He was surprised to see you back here.
Have a treaty obligating Orzammar to aid against the Blight. I would like to speak to him, though.
You may have convinced his lordship of your innocence, but it is my duty to protect him, even from his own folly. We've already caught more than one of Balin's spies trying to get close to his lordship, so I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you.
Okay. How can I prove... Well, actually, are you dumb? How can he think that I'm working for Balin?
Lord Harrowmont always had too much affection for you. But I know you Idukans and your thirst for glory. If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
Okay. So...
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
Okay, so I'll enter in his name, I guess. Alright, I'll do it.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Alright.
News of the hour. Lord Harrowmont's insinuations against Lord...
Let's go do the proving.
Questions arise regarding Lord Balin's impending to a castless commoner.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren.
She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Awkward? Okay. The fuck?
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia's not happy with your promises. Oh man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Let's go help him, because it doesn't seem very well.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Sure, bro, I'm broke. Take a good look. Do you really want to start this?
Whoa, whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Good. Hey.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude.
Jarvia runs a Carta, know anything about that?
She's a monster, plain and simple. The Carta used to prey only on their own kind, but since Jarvia stepped in, they even dare the upper city. Whoever takes the throne had better root out the whole nest of them. That Carta's worse than a pack of cave rats.
What do you have for sale?
I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
I don't believe you, but I'll get injury kits, 100%. Let's say, do you have any gifts? Have that. Cool. Okay. Okay. Let's get out of here. Alright. Into the Proving we go.
It has begun.
I find it very odd.
It meaning me. Am I in it now too? I feel honored.
For one who professes to be a warrior, I find it remarkably weak-willed and indecisive.
Thank you?
It also likes to hide its many weaknesses behind a veil of jocularity.
For a statue, you know a lot of big words.
Is there a reason it enjoys following others so much? Especially when it is in a position to lead.
Have you ever been responsible for someone else's life? Or a lot of other lives? Or an entire nation?
Of course not.
Then shut up.
I will remember this moment when the birds come.
Alright. Okay. Let's see why they have withdrawn.
The proving grounds. Bloodsport entertainment for the masses, at its best.
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad combat 4 years running. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the 1-season record.
Is he related to Balin?
You sodding bet. First cousin, son of Endrin's own sister, and a second cousin from the Canolda Naidukin line. When he was alive, Prince Trian called Piotr the horns of the Naidukin army.
Cool. So you've watched the provings then?
Better believe I saw your victory last year. Nice one. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Roostin Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Piotr will take the prize. You can put gold on it.
Good luck with that.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. You have to keep harassing me?
Yes. Who are you?
Why, I'm Basil Harrowmont, but you know that. Why else would you... if you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything.
Someone make you drop out of the proving?
I left the Proving on my own business, and I have no intention of discussing it.
If you tell me what's happened, maybe I can help you.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Naidukin girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
So you're afraid the affair could be exposed?
She's married to a prominent Desher's heir. We should have stopped a long time ago, but... I love her. Do you know what that's like? Now Balin found out, and I can't even help my cousin for fear he'll tell her husband.
What evidence does Balin have?
They have letters. Love letters Revelka wrote me. If they were made public, she'd be disgraced. Her husband would cast her aside, and I would be lucky to be allowed to die in a duel.
Can you get back those letters?
You'd do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter Miaja has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harrowmont again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
Don't worry, I'll do it. If I find her first. Let's go find her.
I shall do it.
Fine to see you here, Warden. A number of people have told me they hope to see you in the provings. It's a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. In fact, a few were hoping you'd take part in some informal action.
Informal, you mean illegal?
Assembly restricted, not illegal. All that ritual lets nobles rationalize it's not a blood sport. They don't like commoners using the arena for petty squabbles. Some of us prefer an honest spectacle. And sometimes someone needs a good beating, and all that talking gets in the way. I trust you'll keep the offer to yourself.
Yeah, no. Bye.
You looking at something? Get out of here!
Okay, calm down, man. Jeez.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
Are you one of the fighters?
Was. Name's Guidon. I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today.
Why?
I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harrowmont's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
He's not conceding, bro.
Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the Assembly.
I heard it from Haramon himself.
Well, that's not what I expected. I know Lord Haramont. He's an upstanding man. He'd never lie to someone's face. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll...
Get back in the proving and knock some heads?
Maybe I will at that.
There we go. One of them is done. Let's find that woman. Is that you? Greetings.
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone.
Okay. Who are you?
I am Ferelden. I serve as Hana-shan's trainer and translator. As a Silent Sister, Hana-shan cut out her tongue like the ancient paragon Astith the Grey.
Jeez.
As you might imagine, she requires my services for more mundane tasks.
Okay. I should get going.
Ancestors guide you.
Cool, cool. Any other places here I could go? This way, maybe? Nope. Perhaps there's another door somewhere. Save it. Let's look around here.
This area is off limits. Combatants only.
Hey, here you've been threatening Haramon's fighters.
Is that an accusation? It's illegal to threaten proving fighters outside the ring.
Not helping them keep their dirty secrets, though. That's another story.
I'd like to see those letters.
I bet you would.
Just tell Basil Haramont to fight.
Then you'll see them. On the front page of a broadsheet.
Come on, Luke John. We have a fight to prepare for. You are quickly overstepping your welcome. You are quickly overstepping your welcome.
Shit. Fuck should I do now? Let me load. Maybe we can do something else.
This area is off limits. Combatants only.
Not helping them keep their dirty secrets, though. That's another story.
It's a private matter, you shouldn't interfere.
You've obviously been away too long. You forget. Nothing in Orzammar is private.
As long as someone can find out.
Come on, Luke John. We have a...
Ah, okay. Hell yeah.
I shall do it.
Hell yeah. There we go. That was easy. Varric.
So, you decide to watch the fights then?
Wait, is he like the Varric?
You should stay and watch...
Maybe he is. Not sure.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
I have. There you go.
Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just... thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe.
Then you'll fight?
I will be glad to fight for Haramont in the provings. Thank you again, friend.
Good. Okay, let's see. Do we need to find anyone else? Okay, we did it. Cool. Let's save it.
My lord Iduken, we heard you were dead.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'd like to fight as Harmon's champion.
I guess I should have seen that coming. Bad blood with your brother and all. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed?
Well, you know my name very well.
I'll just call you Grey Warden, since you're no longer of House Iduken. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start?
Yes. Who will I be fighting?
Looks like Sawan's drawn first bout. He was one of the youngest champions ever. Beat his own father at 12 years old. All for the right to earn his battle status 2 years early. Are you ready to start?
Yes.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring.
No, I'm okay.
Go down to the ring, then. I'll be right there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Sawan of the warrior caste. Many of you remember when Sawan made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Heramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Iduken, and our future King Balin.
Get ready to eat those words, man.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
More enemies! Dead! We fight for honor! For the fools, eh?
Easy.
The winner is the Grey Warden! That was an exciting start, Warden. Sawan is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Let us go.
I'll kill them all.
This is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar. This round, Heramont's champion takes on the notorious duo.
There they are.
The warrior caste twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin. Biaja and Lukjan!
May the stone honor you.
When you fall.
Sure, and may the dirt taste good when I feed it to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Let's get him first.
Shall be done. Watch out!
Nice. Let's do you next.
Let us end this. Quickly, we must fight, or the fools, eh?
Nice.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Well, that was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving. Heramont's champion has held the field so far. But how will he do against one of the legendary Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proved her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name.
Good luck to you.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Ah, damn you! May the paragons watch over me. We must fight. Let us do it quickly.
The winner is the Grey Warden!
Rumor she's still confused to this day.
Paramount will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Hell yeah.
Excellent. Let us go. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloodlick II, defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojciech Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin?
Nope, he won't.
Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valans.
Choose Morrigan.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Okay, gonna go for him first.
I shall do it.
Another battle, I see.
We fight for honor! Now we do battle!
And you shall pay!
The winner is the Grey Warden!
Easy. Easy fight.
Wojciech Ivo is one of the best this arena has seen, Warden. Heremont picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yep, let's do it.
Excellent. Let us go. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Iduken has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him on behalf of Lord Heremont, the Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You should not have returned, exile. You are a disgrace to House Iduken.
My brother is the disgrace, as my victory will prove.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
Here we go.
Very well.
Let us end this! I am your death! You cannot win!
No, Alistair. Alistair. Drink a potion. Stop dying so much. Holy shit, what the fuck?
Yes.
Fuck.
Such a shame. Now we get our hands dirty. Oh, that should be good. Run in fear.
Here. We must fight. Let us do it quickly.
Boom.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Heremont.
Hell yeah. May the assembly hit the ancestors and choose Heremont.
The ancestors speak through you. Congratulations, Warden.
Nice. Let's level you up.
You showed him! The ancestors are smiling on Lord Harriman today.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight.
Cool. We did it. We did it. And it was pretty easy. Hey Varric, how about that bet, bro?
I can't believe it! The ancestors came out of the sodding ground to kiss your feet, Duster.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations and well fought. My cousin was wise to choose you.
That was an excellent showing. Exactly what I expected.
There we go. Alright. Oh boy. Textures are freaking
I
out.
have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
I am simply looking for some of your father in you. That is all.
Leave me alone.
Alright, well, I think this is a good point to leave it for now. And tomorrow I'll come back and we can go talk to Lord Harriman and see if we can help solve the problems in Orzammar. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.